as we move on in our collective conscious development. Um, we are now in November, and the energies that begin to become more prominent now are those that start impacting the weather, natural events. Um, this obviously fueled also by the political unfoldings that are taking place across the pond and will be over the next week, 10 days, and then everything else that begins to unfold from those events. So the energy is again the continuation of the energy of survival, which is the energy of self preservation. And you will see that this becomes more and more apparent as we become more and more, uh, um, as we merge more and more into this phenomenal shift that we're all going through. So emotions are what ties human beings to reality in some ways, right? So we react due to emotional input. So for example, let me give you an example. Say you one was to find themselves into a totally different alien landscape, and the individual that spoke to you like birds chirping, but they were insulting you. Now, if we are unaware of the content and the context of then the meaning behind those sounds, they are meaningless. They are meaningless. So, and we don't react. So, emotions are triggered through our interaction with the material world that we're surrounded in. And through this reaction, our bodies change, but more importantly, our behavior. Most of the time it is reactionary. So there's an event that takes place and it's reactionary, and we just become caught up in that event. So for example, let's assume an event go takes place which is just unthinkable. um, and like some of the massacres that we've had with children, etc. So if there was an event that was just so unthinkable that it will attract the attention of those that you expose this event to. And therefore, those who know this particular understanding or have this understanding of nature and reality use content in order to invoke an emotional reaction in you. Okay? The emotional reaction in you will determine which way you go. So normally they tend to be one of three: flight, fright, or freeze, where we either run away from the situation, we get up and we begin to want to stand and defend ourselves, and or we freeze like a rabbit in the headlights of an approaching car. So when such an event takes place that is beyond our, let's say, our boundaries of normality or decency, then the impact is so much more severe. The impact is so much more intense, I suppose. That's the word. And this then brings your reaction to that emotional impact, either in one of these three ways. Now, those individuals who realize and understand how this operates can create events of emotional intensity, like, for example, they did with weapons of mass deception. Do you remember that back in the day? For those people who could remember, millions of people slaughtered, died, burnt alive, simply based on an emotional content based on a few words. This begins to then become more and more clear that words can be used, particularly the language, English in particular, can be used in order to hold the mental space, the nature of reality, or should I say, the manufactured nature of reality. It allows the that space to be held, to be kept, to be captivated, to be captivated such that it can't go beyond it. And this experiment was very successfully done over the last 2 years with the scandemic, and how that unfolded, how population was kept together, how the boundaries were completely closed, not to think outside it, not to behave outside it, and everything that comes from that. And obviously, those people who partook in that are still recovering from that. So again, language used in a particular way without any real scientific evidence, simply used through propaganda. And, as much as we'd like to call it mainstream media, it's actually fake stream media. And it spews such nonsense that this nonsense has now become the regulated or the regular normality of what I term as normieville, where normality is. Um, However, those who have understanding of the ability of emotional reaction to be hijacked, then through meditation, we begin to recognize that we have the ability to respond, yeah, to respond with ability, with some level of skill, rather than react blindly. So the events that are unfolding now require a level of responsibility, meaning that one, as they are exposed to whatever unfolds and is unfolding at the moment, and some of these things are extremely severe on just survival, on meeting day-to-day costs, on all of the living expenses, and this is likely to get a little bit more severe as we move along, and which is why, communal stuff will work a lot better than individuality. And whatever one can provide or become part of a communal network, small communal networks work better than really large, big ones. Um, so as these situations begin to unfold, we will find that more and more reasons and excuses to react, to react. And as long as you're reacting, you lack awareness. You lack what's actually going on. It's like creating a smoke screen, so deception and activities can take place behind the smoke screen. And we are entering this period of awakening to deception, deceptions on levels at which incomprehensible. And these deceptions have many layers to them, many layers to them. The religions, in particular, how they have deceived, how the governments, how the schooling system, how education was replaced by schooling, where you were told what to think as opposed to how to think. So these paradigms of the Piscean world, of control, of ego, is coming to a energetic eye of the needle kind of space. So it has to get through. So it's do or die for it, really. And as we are going through this process, those who are caught up in exposure of deception, um, manipulation, control, etc., those who are caught up in that will then obviously, through self preservation and motivated by self preservation, do all that they can in order to remove the threat from them. So, rumors of war, rumors of war, rumors of war. Why would so many so-called civilized countries wish to go down the route of really a profound change in the world and for everyone? Why would they do that? Could it be to hide the crimes that would now are being exposed as a result of this new space that we're entering into? So it's not so much on the exposure. It's not so much that we are necessarily looking or people are looking. It's the energy, more light, more dirt. And as this universal energy, cosmic energies have been impacting us around solar system everywhere, really, the earth, and you're finding that every human being, every single human being is now reacting to it in a different way. And why should we be reacting into a different way? Is simply because we are plugged in to the reality around us, whatever you want to see material reality as, and we can speak about that some other time. So, takeaway: the month of November, it's a dark month, but fantastic month, because in this dark month, the birth of Nanak is commemorated. So Guru Nanak's birthday is on the 8th of November, and it's commemorated in every Sikh temple and many other places. Please, anyone listening, if you get the time, do go and participate in the langar and the celebrations. Um, so the takeaway is, in this month of November, moving into December, as the weather begins to shift as well, going from this mildish kind of autumny space to the bitter winds of winter, the impact on many people will become far more apparent. So it's important to create whatever resources, networks that one can to support one another. On the other thing is, those who are in the assumption and belief that all things will return to normal in a few years' time or a few months' time are gravely mistaken. And as things progressively deteriorate, it is that group that is going to have a real issue in adjusting to the shifting paradigm. And here, rather than blame, obviously, compassion is the way forward, and to enable individuals to be able to make sense of what's going on. And there is so much confusion out there at the moment that it's difficult to make any concrete opinions of anything. So, in all of this change, in all of this reactionary or more stimulus coming our way, it's important to cultivate this shift, this space of yourself, connecting to stability above everything else. If you feel safe, if you feel secure in your meditation, then this is where we need to focus. Because as things become a little bit more unhinged, stability will become a key component of our health and well being. So, with that in mind, maintain awareness. Do not become aware of your reactivity, and just becoming aware gives us a little bit of space. Um, Take care of yourself in your physical, mental, emotional, and transpersonal space, and we'll open this transpersonal space, as dark as it seems, and as um, um, misaligned and unbalanced as everything begins to seem. The end result, or the unfolding, is out of darkness comes light, out of light comes darkness. It's this cycle. So have the trust in knowing that only you can trust yourself, and this moment, all that's around you at the moment is out, that is in change, and therefore that which changes cannot be trusted. So trust yourself, cultivate your meditation, and avoid or become aware of the reactivity that will be stimulated as we move further into this month. Okay, so we'll go in our meditation as usual, a short meditation. But just to notice that in every day, as you sit and become quiet and aware of the moment, you contribute significantly to all that's around you. Everything is a vibration. So as your vibration increases, and becomes more higher, it resonates with that which is around you. So, with that in mind, we will begin our meditation. We begin with our back, straighten it up, pull our shoulders back, and pull your chin in so your neck's a bit stretched and it aligns the head, neck, and spine. And if you just take a moment to notice that you're comfortable, and if you're not, adjust your posture. Bringing your focus now to your seat and allow your body to be held so you can soften yourself somewhat. And this is quite important because it helps us um, move away from that rigidity, and the body begins to soften. And as it begins to soften, it begins to relax. Next, we notice anything that's dominant in our body. So as you take your next breath in, scanning your body from the top all the way down, and notice anything that is dominant. Intention. Your intention is simply to be present, not to be go in a state or anything, but just to be present to your experience in life right now. And the way you're going to do this is place your attention on things that are happening right now. And things that are happening right now are sensations. So bring your focus to the seat that you're on. Notice that there are sensations in your body right now, where the seat makes contact with your body. The pressure allows us to recognize and to feel, to have these sensations present within ourselves. So just take a moment to notice that. From those sensations, you can lock your awareness on those sensations. As you breathe in, you can bring your awareness up so you become aware of your hips now. So notice how you're exercising intention, and intention allows awareness to move. That's an important learning. Intention allows awareness to move. We can either do it intentionally or it will be done unintentionally. From your hips, you move down to your thighs. Remember, you're looking for sensations, sensations that are happening in the present moment. Right this moment, the sensations that are present in your thighs. Sensations that are present in your knees. And then as you bring your focus down towards your ankles, once again, notice the sensations that are present there right now. Notice your feet. And then bring your focus to the soles of your feet. Simply becoming aware of what's going on within our body in terms of sensations, the physical body. And then coming back to the chair that you're on, or the floor, or the seat. Once again, notice that you're embedded. That right this moment, you can't be anywhere else. You can think of being somewhere else, but you can't be anywhere else. This moment holds you. And this moment holds you in a location. Right this moment. Right this moment. All that exists around you. The air, the atmosphere, the clouds, the trees, the grass, the earthworms, the insects, birds, fish, solar system, galaxy, all that exists with you in this moment of now. This earth that's floating in space exists in the moment of now with you, holding the whole cosmic universe is held together as you are in this moment right now. Notice that your back is straight and upright. And as you breathe in, you can bring your focus up from your lower back to your middle back, middle back to your shoulder blades, and then just scanning your shoulders behind your neck. And then from your shoulders, move your awareness down towards your elbows. Scanning the lower arms towards your wrists. And then we come and stand at the hands, the palms of your hands, holding your focus there as best as you can. Notice your fingers. And then bringing your focus towards your eyes. Notice the darkness. Identifying yourself with the awareness. That's what you are. And this awareness can also travel to the back of your head, to the top of your head, coming back to your eyes. And then as you breathe out, allow this part of the body to soften. Next breath in, coming to your mouth. Notice the sensations on the roof of your mouth. Your tongue, allow it to soften. And then as you breathe out, you allow your face to soften. Next breath in, once again, becoming aware of the body as best as you can. Notice the stillness. From our gross body, physical body, we move now to our subtle body. Sukshma. As you breathe in, bring your focus to your inner space. And your inner body begins with your thoughts, your mental space, your emotional space. Notice what's going on through your mind right now. What thoughts are present? What thoughts are present right now? Bringing your focus now to your chest, holding it there. Notice how the chest moves in relation with the breath. Move your focus a bit deeper into your chest. Hold it there. Notice how you're feeling right now, or what feeling is there, rather than what you are feeling. What feeling is present? Does it feel settled? Does this moment feel peaceful? Do you feel agitated, unsettled, uncomfortable, in dukkha? Or is there an absence of suffering? Next breath out, you begin to listen to the sounds around you, allowing any sound, any noise that's around you to come to you. There's no judgment, there's no trying to work things out, no commentary, just listening. When you're ready, bring your focus just beneath your nose. Begin to watch the movement of your breath. If your focus drifts, distracted by a thought, the sound of my voice, notice the distraction, come back to your breath. Notice the in-breath has a start and an end, the out-breath has a start and an end. Allow your breath to breathe by itself. Begin to follow your out-breath all the way till the end. Try and see if you can notice when it finishes, when it stops, before the in-breath begins. Following your out-breath, moment by moment, breath by breath, getting deeper and deeper into the moment of now. Notice how you're breathing now. How does the breath feel? Does your breath feel light or does it feel heavy? Stay with your breath. Does your breath feel fast or does it feel slow? Your focus is on your breath. Your face is relaxed. Does your breath have a sound? Does your breath have a sound? Stay with your breath, listening to the in breath, listening to the out breath as best as you can. Just the act of listening allows you to become present and deeply embedded in the present moment. Listening to your breath as it comes in, listening to your breath as it goes out. On your next breath out, opening your awareness to all the sounds around you. Follow the sound of the bell into the stillness. Notice how still your experience is at the end of the bell. Notice the silence. Notice how you're feeling right now. Notice the stillness. Do you feel safe? Does this moment feel stable? Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose and just sit in silence with your breath. Aware of your experience as best as you can be. Notice how the breath breathes by itself, changing moment by moment, yet you remain the same, stable, solid, grounded. Everything else around you changes while you remain unchanging. And if you were to expand your awareness to include your whole body, notice how the body feels still. While the body still has sensations where it makes contact with the chair or the seat, sensations down the thighs, all the way down towards your ankles. And then as you bring your focus towards your feet, notice you can move it all the way down to the soles of your feet. And everything it remains still, remains silent. Coming back to the seat, notice that the back is straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands are comfortable. Eyes are closed, mouth is closed, face is relaxed. As the breath moves in, moves out, notice how the body feels. Moving your focus towards your chest, your very inner space, notice how you feel within yourself. Holding that feeling, allow that feeling to spread throughout your body and throughout your day. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few slow, deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently open your eyes.